Alrighty everyone, so today's the day everything's gonna get cut out. I've already just went through with my circular saw and just cut them out into big squares so they're not in a big sheet. I went to Menards today. Yeah, I'm trying to cut the cord. And got this little Performax detail saw. Makes these tiny freaking fine cutting blades. It is variable speed. I paid 30 bucks for it, so we're gonna see how good it works. If I don't like it, I'll go get a jigsaw. They're only like $15. So yeah, we're gonna start this here in just a bit. I guess we gotta run back into town real quick, so I'll be right back in a second. Alrighty, so I've already got wood stock started on the cutout. I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys up on the tripod and start a time lapse and see how far I can get. So starting off here, I'm using my air compressor nozzle to just kind of keep the wood shavings out from in front of the blade so I can see where I'm going there. Starting off, it got a little hairy because I couldn't see where I was going, but I managed to figure it out. So there, I've started on Baymax, and I've put the nozzle there, off on my camera tripod, just trying to keep the whole board in general cleared off. And there I moved my whole camera and everything to get a better angle for you. And coming up here, you'll see me drill some holes in Baymax's armpit area so I can get the blade in there and get the little triangle area cut out. Alrighty, my back is killing me and I'm only 2 in. There is Baymax. And I gotta say, cutting out these lights right through here was a pain in my butt. Otherwise, Baymax is probably the easiest character so far to cut out. I'm really leery about this. I mean, it's just real flimsy. I shouldn't have cut on the line. I should have made it a little bit fatter when I cut it, but I was not thinking at that point. So yeah, that... I love it, but I don't think that's going to last too well. And then Woodstock is right over here. He was pretty easy. I mean, he got cut out a whole lot quicker, of course, because he's so small. I mean, I could fit 3 Woodstocks inside a Baymax. But no, this little Performax detail saw is actually working out really nicely. I'm loving it. And then to get inside his little elbow armpit area, I just used a drill bit as you've seen, and I just punched in 3 holes in the corners. I've still got Charlie Brown to do. He actually should be fairly easy too. He's not got a lot of he doesn't have too many sharp corners that I gotta come at from 2 different angles. And then Snoopy here, he's got a few good sharp corners, but I mean, this little guy is just kicking butt. And they had a battery powered, they've got a battery powered option too for I think 40. This one was 30. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of batteries all the time, and especially when it comes to saws. I mean, just plug it in. This one's got a 10-foot cord on it, just like my Performax circular saw. I just got one of my power reels out here, and I'm just going to town with it. So I mean, a corded option is not a big deal. I mean, this is mainly going to be used for this exact application. And if you were wondering, this is what I was doing. I got one of these air blowers, and I just taped the trigger down, and I just had it sitting up like that. And then in here in my garage, I've just got a pressure regulator that I just regulate the air to. Because the problem I was having with this, which is not a problem with the saw, but the wood shavings and stuff, ooh, where'd you guys go, was building right up here in front of the saw, and I kept losing my line. So I was just kind of using that to help keep my all the dust and wood chips off of the board, so I could keep an eye on that line, make sure I was getting it right. But yeah, I mean, this is coming out really great. Hopefully sometime next week I can go get paint and Brittany can get these all painted up. So I'm not going to do any more time lapses. I don't want to bore you guys with, you know, tons of time lapse footage. So I'll get these two cut out here in just a bit. I'm going to go sit down for a bit and sit up straight instead of being hunched over this. So don't go anywhere. I'm not finished yet. I'll be right back in just a second. For you, it's going to be about a half an hour for me. So don't go nowhere. Alright. So after roughly 2 hours of work, I took 2 different breaks. Because bending over with this detail saw puts a strain on your back. I gotta say, I love this little saw. I'm going to use it a lot. So there is Woodstock. We got Baymax right here. And like I said, I made a little error up here on this, but I think it'll be fine. Then I got Charlie Brown. He turned out pretty good. And then Snoopy was the last one to work on. Save the best for last. Isn't that right? So I'm going to go through with some sandpaper and kind of just smooth these edges and get some of this roughness off of here on everything. And then it'll be ready for Brittany to paint hopefully next week. So yeah, I've got a bit of a mess now. So yeah, now I got to start tearing everything down, put those in a safe spot inside, sweep my mess up, tear all my stuff down, and I'll be done for the night. Everything came out great, exactly how I wanted it to, so no complaints there. Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and break this up, so I think this is pretty much going to be the end of this video, and then I'll do another video on her painting them and everything. And we traced everything out, so there's going to be a black outline around everything that should be on all the characters. So yeah, nothing was too crazy hard. I think the hardest part was getting inside of here, which that was just a simple fairly large sized quarter or drill bit in the 3 corners, like I said in the last clip or whatever. I'm kind of leery about these lights holding on, especially like this one. But if push comes to shove, I'll just chop these lights off right here. I know it wouldn't look as good, but it'll work. So, thanks everyone for watching. I'm not going to do any video on the sanding. I'm going to do that up the front of my desk. So, no need to show you how I'm doing that. But I will definitely do a part 2 of Brittany painting everything, and then once she paints it, I will actually, before she paints it, I need to go through and drill a couple holes and then put some stakes on the back of them so I can drive them into the ground on all of them. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. Stay tuned for part 2. That'll be coming out here in probably about a week or so. Everything's gonna turn out awesome. Next week, or here in about a week or 2, I'm going to start working on Snoopy's doghouse. I'm actually building the full doghouse, so that'll be fun. Yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2, like I've said for the 3rd time now. And Merry Christmas. I know it's, you know, only August, but Merry Christmas. I will see you soon. Have a great night, everybody.